Hey guys, we're back for episode 2 on the Mega Mud Truck. Now, since you've seen this chassis, what we decided to do was Howard took this and then he bronzed filler rod all of the joints along the whole chassis. What this allowed us to do is save a lot of time without having to go back with the TIG and try and get inside and around of each of the little joints. This stuff is very strong, but with the TIG joint already there holding it, it made it very easy to come back and then do all this. And then after that, the whole thing got bead blasted, so it gave it a nice finish there. And then once this is painted, you won't be able to see any of the different color that you can see here at each of the joints, but gives all of the joints a nice solid joint and a nice smooth finish, the whole thing. So that's a nice technique, and I'm glad that we did that. And props to Howard on taking care of that for us on all 3 of the chassis. What this episode is going to be about is about the drivetrain I'm going to put in here. What I build with a lot is the AR60 axles. This is actually the Curry version of the Wraith axle. However, that's not what I'm going with this time. I love these axles. The Wraith axles they're one of my favorites, but they're not without fault. When I'm running normal 1/10 scale power, I can have issues with bearings and gear sets and things like that. Now with this truck, I plan on running 1/8 scale power on 4 or 6S LiPo. So there's going to be a lot more power, and then you would start running into axle shaft issues and all kinds of things like that. So after talking with Rick at Super Shafty, what we had decided on doing was going way bigger. This is a Kyosho Mad Force axle. Now, I don't know if you can quite get the scale of this thing. Here it is in comparison to a Curry axle. This is the size of bearing that you would normally see in almost all axial axles. That's what supports the pinion on both sides as well as out at the axle shafts. And this is the bearing that fills the Kyosho axles all around. So you can see there's a substantial size difference there. Those full-size mud truck guys are running axles out of forklifts or these big 9-inch style axles out of school buses that are holding nearly 2,000 horsepower or more. To step it up in that scale realm, I am going with just these insanely beefed up axles. You can see the amount of strength built into these things. Those bolts going all the way around that differential case there, just made to handle huge power. 8mm pinion shaft, hardened gear sets inside. This set actually has some specially made lockers inside. Normally you can just run the differential gears in there and then lock up the diff with some JB weld or things like that. Now inside of these axles, these are not just a stock Kyosho axle. What Rick has done for my set is he's loaded me up with some option parts that he makes, as well as some option parts that are available from other manufacturers. Like these are the OFNA CVDs that are in here. This is Rick's shark fin upper link mount, as well as a spacer to allow you to get the upper link mount spaced properly depending on the width of your axle for where your upper links need to be. Rick also sent me his lower link mounts. Now these clamp onto the axle and then give you some adjustable locations here for shocks and links. So those are what I'll be running on my axles as well. Now for the rolling stock, these big axles are going to be spinning some tires that I'm having made. Now one set has already been made. Having these done with a vendor from RC Crawler up in Oregon, named Everett Y on RC Crawler. I think it's EY Designs on Facebook. But I had a set of brand new Emax tires sent to him, and then he narrowed them up all the way down to 1.5 inches. So just crazy narrow, and they're really going to fit this truck well. The outside diameter is very similar to this tire here, this TTC Baja Claw, but it'll be using a 3.2-inch wheel, which fits the proportions better compared to what those full-size mud trucks run. So that's the reason that I was going with that, and I think they'll be crazy aggressive and will look really good. For the center-mounted transmission, for the second truck that I'm building, Rick sent me a complete bomb-proof transmission of his. I'll be building mine up separately with the special edition case that Rick had made for me. It's a really sweet little orange and black and silver anodized case. It's a Vanquish case that he gets raw and then has anodized himself, and it's a really bright orange. It matches like the Vanquish orange perfectly, and I'm really excited to run that. That's what I'll be putting in. As far as the internals go, I'll be matching this one that you see here. And this thing has these huge 8mm outputs on it. I mean, almost as big around as your pinky. So that thing will mount up to some Revo drive shafts and then come down to the 8mm inputs that are on these Kyosho Mad Force axle pinions. So these things are beef throughout. This one is also a Vanquish case, and then it's got Rick's Ultimate motor plate, which is an 1/8" thick aluminum motor plate that is made to be used with the axial spur gear cover. Inside of that is a steel 32 pitch spur gear, and then inside is also a full set of hardened and lightened steel transmission gears. So this thing's as crazy as you can get, and it will do the job. So that's what will be finding its way into the other truck, but mine will have one that looks almost like it, just with some extra orange added to it. Also, it's almost the end of December. Go find my December giveaway video and get in on the giveaway for this Wraith chassis with the DMG aluminum stiffy kit already installed, as well as a set of my HD hardware. So go find that video, make sure you're subscribed, and just make a comment. We already hit the numbers I was looking for, so thanks a million, guys, for that, and I hope to be able to continue doing this. I'll be choosing the winner for these things at the beginning of January, and at that time I'm also going to roll right into another giveaway, as well as I'm just going to wrap it up into a project update and giveaway video at the beginning of every month. I want to try and do that from now on and just keep giving away some cool stuff, maybe not always a chassis, but some cool stuff that you guys would like to see or would like to have. So this will probably be one of the last videos you see in this particular setup. Over the next few days I'm going to be building a new studio area for the 3D printer, the new computer, hopefully a new photo and video area, get all that set up and rolling so that we can make some better looking stuff and just have a nicer area to work and isn't always tore up and dirty and where I'm also trying to work. So that's what I got for now. Thanks a bunch for sticking around, guys, and hopefully we'll see you on the upcoming videos.